lower the pressure, the worse things are, because pressure drops and the winds go up, and of course that means more damage. Moving to the northwest of the Babel, we figured around 10 miles an hour. That's the expected track, as you can see, going just off the coast and just offshore. It now appears again a Category 3 hurricane. That's a major hurricane. Will be just off our coast and then heading on just along the Georgia coastline. This increases the impact, by the way, along the Georgia coastal counties, McIntosh, Glenn, Camden counties. All right, breaking it down a little bit more for you. That is the latest. 1 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning, about 2 hours from now, right over the Bahamas and heading on off towards the northwest. It appears now that this 55-mile-an-hour ring, that's what the green stands for. By the way, if you're wondering, why don't you show blue and green or red for something like the eye of the hurricane? Well, the model can't resolve those smaller features, and this eye is particularly small right now. I believe, as the model's going to show you here, that eye is going to expand outward. The eye will have winds right around there, close to about 115 to 130 miles an hour, because it goes Category 4, and it's a Category 4 that goes into where about Cocoa Beach, and then it goes up the coast, and it does go up the coast. It maintains its strength, and that's the serious nature of this storm. And remember, I said the final few hours of that track was more off the coast down here. Now it's literally going to scrape the coast all along Volusia, Flagler, St. Johns counties. This will bring the highest storm surge, the greatest amount of damage, winds that will probably exceed over 100 miles an hour, and those will be in the gust. And keep in mind, there's your Saffir-Simpson scale. Category 4 is 130 to 156 miles an hour. It's almost inconceivable, honestly. As again, we'll have gusts up to around 175 as the storm approaches down south. This is literally what I expect to see at the height of the storm, Jacksonville Beach, Fernandina Beach, down there near Flagler Beach. When the storm moves up the coast, it will weaken, but only slightly. But 100-mile-an-hour winds will be coming on shore. The storm surge will be pushing on shore. It'll be taking out any parked cars that are sitting there on the beach, as the storm surge will be in the 7 to 8 foot range, and maybe even higher. Now, it won't be everybody's backyard, but these are for the locations that are most vulnerable. And again, this would be in through parts of St. John's all the way out towards Duval County. Now, I do think there will be places of dry land in Jacksonville Beach, so it won't all be like that. But you see those winds? They will be extremely destructive. Evacuations going on for all the barrier islands. Again, if you have the word beach in your address, it means you're going to see these kind of conditions. Wind 75 plus, that's hurricane strength, gust over 100, extensive and lengthy power outages likely. Trees will be down on many roads, widespread flooding. Again, this is all for the coastal beaches. But now I'm going to show what happens along the rivers, along Clay County, St. John's, Putnam County, north into Nassau, Camden counties. Again, the winds will be much less, the damage will be less. And again, the big waves will be out there on those rivers, and this will be a part of the coastal storm surge that'll work its way inland. It'll run about 2 to 3 feet. And again, those folks who live right along the river should evacuate their homes. Maximum river wind will be in the 55, gusting to 80 zone, and that would include downtown Jacksonville. Power outages very likely, trees down on many roads, and again, flooding. You know, when it comes to rainfall, I'm not overly concerned at this moment because of the fact that there are bigger concerns. And so it goes tonight. It is as ugly as it could get in terms of a forecast. I'm looking for a little ray of something. I'm hoping it'll be there when I wake up tomorrow morning. Richard will have much more on that in terms of what we might be seeing changes in the storm system. But coming up here in about 10-15 minutes, we'll break it down a little bit more on what you can expect in your backyard as Matthew makes his big approach to Jacksonville. Rob?
All right, thank you, John. And as you heard John say, Friday is the day to hunker down. Hurricane Matthew is expected to bring very dangerous conditions to our area.
The city of Jacksonville will have a briefing about Matthew tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. More than 1.5 million Florida residents are currently in evacuation zones. In Duval County, evacuations are already underway for Jacksonville Beach, Atlantic Beach, and Neptune Beach. In St. Johns County, mandatory evacuations begin at 6 a.m. tomorrow for low-lying areas. In Nassau County, mandatory evacuations also begin at 6 a.m. tomorrow for beaches and coastal areas. And in Flagler County, mandatory evacuations for zones A and B begin at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Our team of reporters are spread out up and down the coastline, making
Seem to be okay where we're at, but it's still, again, the drainage just behind the house, which they have mowed or maintained in I don't know how long, is it's gonna be hard to see what's going on back there. Yeah, and same thing with the flood ditch there next to the drainage ditch next to my work. It's the same way.
Alright, this is our ditch right by our house. Runs across the road. Looks like they did a little bit of burning to try to knock some of this down. But all of that is wide ditch line that runs all the way past our house, about 3 houses down back there. This is before the storm. Today's Thursday. It's almost 1 o'clock. Hurricane Matthew is coming. I presume this is going to be full of water. Alright. This is what it's looking like towards our house already. This is just after filming the ditch line on the way out. Got to the store and got some ice. This is only one of 2 ways in or out of my neighborhood. This is our main way we go in and out of our neighborhood. Here's the ditch towards our house. That's the other direction. There was one time when the road where I was just parked was completely covered in water because of a storm that gave a lot of rain. And the streets are pretty dry right now. Nothing seems to be backed up so far, but we really haven't gotten the rain that we're expecting yet. That's going to start coming tonight. So, as of now, we've got everything battened down about as much as we can, tied down and ready. Blessed be, folks. This is going to be the one. And I'm only worried about that tree right there. Really, that's the biggest worry of mine. Is that tree. We're going to do the best we can. Keep safe. I kind of want to just stay and stick this out. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I got a feeling we're going to be okay. So, we'll see. Happy little family. Good boy. Go for a ride. Alright. Hurricane Matthew came and went. We're blessed that everything is okay. House is still here, still in one piece. Our AC didn't make it, so we don't have air conditioning right now. Up and down the road you can see people have already cleaned up the roads. Trees, small limbs that fell. It looks like the biggest amount of damage we got in this neighborhood was this poor house with the tree. That's what I was worried was going to happen to our house. And they didn't clean off the streets real good over there. May have lost some limbs out of some trees in that one. But yeah, this is the neighbor's house. 2 trees actually, looks like. These are some pretty damn big trees. These were some trees I didn't think would be problems. Apparently, it looks like they uprooted. So yeah, some big ass trees. I do not believe that this guy lives in this house right now. This has been out here since before the storm. Hi, Bootsy. What you doing, Bootsy? Neighborhood cat. He made it through. But yeah, that's some pretty major damage from some pretty big trees. Hurricane Matthew wasn't anything to play with. Looks like the worst of it is just a lot of small tree branches in the road and things of that nature. Our neighborhood seemed to have held up pretty good. At least our house did. So that's the calm after the storm. Pretty moon. Very nice moon.
Hey, how you doing?
Alright. Alright. Well, that's going to end my video on the storm Matthew. That's how it affected our neighborhood. And I'm going to edit all this once I get all my stuff hooked back up. Put it in the vlog. Appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe. Bye.